not only are we black, we're also back on the Young Black in the Business show with M1 Curtis McNiel with us, okay, of H Code. So we're gonna dive into him and his business and his entrepreneur spirit, also into his magazine award ceremony that took place last Saturday. I was there, and it was an amazing event. However, before we do, we'll just recap. The word of the week is commitment. And the law of success for this week is commitment to excellence.
Okay.
Excellence is continuance. We also share with you about the Section C in the business page on the Union Tribune. It talks about the next Little Italy. So I encourage all the viewers to just leave a comment or just to inspire to have where is our next plaza? Where is our next business going to be at? Where can we practice our group economics? We need to have where's the next Young Black in the Business plaza? And we'll be discussing more of that at the Young Black in the Business Mixer. But I'm super excited to have you here with us, Mr. M1 Curtis McNiel. If you could just thank you again for joining us. If you could just share a little bit about your backstory. A lot of folks see you taking care of grown man business all the time, but let's where you originally from, what made you get the magazine together, what excites you as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, and I just want to say thank you, man, for the opportunity, and once again for your presence.
Yes, sir.
I've been in the music business now since 1994. I have a twofold type of story where it's just when you don't know and when you do. There's no in-betweens. We just play with that, which is the fluxes. But it's only a twofold story, which is even in religion, not Christianity per se, but twofold second coming. Because there's the part where it's nature, I believe, even in business, where you're pursuing until you get an elder or those who traveled or paved that particular journey before you. Because someone has to be older, someone has to be younger. I don't agree with someone has to win and lose. Someone has to be older and someone has to be younger.
Message.
Yeah, message. So younger and older is in the age, it's in expertise. Your business allows me to afford it where I want to, where I want to be. This is my only second interview in San Diego since being here. I don't just do it. I'm a pretty private person. So I came up with the philosophy once I knew that no matter what I did, if I didn't communicate to the next soul or the next person, then it would be a nothing. No matter how much money I spend, no matter how much love I give. So they can't play with the words with me. See, there's no wordplay. Actions is the only tune that sings.
Message.
Yeah,
Message.
seriously, man. So I appreciate you. Back to that. That's my introduction.
Oh, that was beautiful. That was a strong introduction.
My introduction. Chicago, South Side, Harvey. My grandmother, Janie McNiel, who actually is born in Mississippi, Lafayette, migrated to Chicago like most of us blacks after Thus We Know. I don't have to introduce and not give much airplay to that. We here. That's facts.
That's
man.
right. I like that.
Facts, man.
We here right now.
So the projects, I was there when a few battles and wars were going on between nations. I'm familiar. 79th, the Mecca of the states thus far. We're trying to spread it in every state. It should be in every state. There's a Mecca that should be in every state dealing with, I believe, us blacks. Africans, however you want to title, it's just those that we know. It's just we know. It don't have to be constituted as the ghetto, but that which if the bottom don't come with the top, then we have yet to pave, or it has yet to be paved. And speaking of the road, so a lot of emotions in this music because these individuals that I'm speaking of that actually know about these truths that happened not too many years ago, man. Not too many years ago. So back to, young, black, and in business, I adopt that. And business is where it has to be to communicate. We have to communicate not to the people or to the country, to the state, to those that aspire, man, because they can go further than us. They can go, the potential is enormous.
Enormous.
So, Southside Harvey. San Diego came about in 1984. I was only, I born 79. So 84, you put it together. So I'm out here, San Diego. My grandma came out here because of murders. Once you have that bloodline, the hierarchy, it's just already told that they're coming for you. And it was a woman. It's the women that have to take on those stories because the black man in and of itself has enough war of his own. If we can't have enough peace to deal with the war that God has within us, that isn't, and that's why it wasn't to be televised, because it has us committing multiple murders, which results to suicide. We're eternal. We're eternal beings. So all we're gonna do is keep repeating that ride. I'm here to dispel it. I'm tired. I'm just tired. So when my grandma moved out here, it was on opportunity. I had an uncle that was murdered for climbing and inspiring. He was going to be the next, I believe, NFL star. We was only happy in our family. Going through school, we used to go to the games, and my grandma had 13 kids, so that's how many came to support him. McNiel, good tackle, good tackle. But after that tackle, he had to return to the city. After that game and that school that hosted you, you have to return to that city and this community where you were rooting against the other, which are of the community. So I don't call it the Willie Lynch, excuse me, but I call it the just time. When are we going to take time to respect? And then you get me. I just came up with the magazine off of just the music isn't making. Everyone knows that. No money. No money don't mean you have a quota coming through with this and that. It means that you can't do nothing. You haven't. What have you done? If you're making money, what moves are you making?
Can you share with us a little about the name of the magazine, the title, where it can be found at, a little bit of that backstory?
Yeah, definitely. Today's Rapper magazine came about with me and the publisher Ron, and you can find pretty much anything concerning us on Facebook as of yet. I had the publisher that I went into business with, actually legal, and after a year in internship at the club I ran, was in the newspaper and everything. He
Share us
passed.
about the club you ran, because you got so much going on.
That's what I was about to say. I'm sorry
spirit.
I'm late. I'm sorry. Look,
you right on time. But you was right on time. You right on time.
Okay. But the club I ran, the Stargazers, I ran it with my wife, Roxanne Della McNiel.
Shout out to Roxanne McNiel.
Definitely. And it was just to kind of like I'm back on the scene. I've been gone for over a decade. Being gone for over a decade, I was taught that even a day change. So a decade, I knew I couldn't come out here with. You can come out here with riches, gold, as of any value that anyone is exceeding or trying to succeed in, and it won't do nothing to an actual purpose. So the club was for me to bow down to that reality. The community that I'm returning to, if I'm looking to have them to support, which we use, I have to first put myself in the position to need. So to need is to know that in our hood and community, it's about respect. It's about that we have things we haven't dealt with yet concerning even the years back then that our grandmothers and mothers and forefathers thus. But even with ourselves, we don't give. We call it Uncle Tom's. So I put myself in a fire to run a club to show that aside from you having to have your ID, you having to basically come here with a show mix, not something that you just looking to pull up. Because I have a show to run. You were able to be professional. So the club wasn't to come party. It was to show and case the artists that are looking to bring their music in professionally. That's all I had with that.
Man, that is beautiful right there. It were just a few things that I want to just echo right there, because if you look at the C section in the business page, it says the next little Italy, and my man Curtis McNiel said, where's the next Mecca at? You know, it's a Mecca in every city. Where's the Mecca in our city? And I'm gonna just go ahead and just spearhead that campaign and say it's at the next Young Black in the Business Power Networking Mixer on Saturday, January 27th, where M1 Curtis McNiel is going to give us a song as well, and going to be there to showcase his talents. I also want to just piggyback on what you said about having an opportunity.
Yeah.
And with
opportunity is first.
Opportunity is first. Man. And with opportunity comes unlimited success. All you need is an opportunity. So I'm definitely a parallel, you know, to your direction and your business minded. And since this is your second radio show that you have been on here in San Diego, we may not have been the first one, but we're going to do it right. and say welcome.
There you go.
We're going to say welcome.
There you go. Definitely, and that's why it's only the second in several years. That's why it's only the second in several opportunities.
And with opportunity comes unlimited success. So I want to just to share, man. This Saturday, you know, you had your second annual award ceremony. I happened to be there. It had great talent was in the building. You know, I mean, you hosted us very well.
Thank you.
You know, great venue. Shout out to DJ Birdie Bird.
Yeah.
You even gave some awards away. You bringing the town business to San Diego. And so let's just dive into that. What inspired you to be able to hold an event like that and bring so much big talent, you know what I mean, to the venue?
When I left San
Joey
Diego,
Dixon was there. Come on. You had a major.
When I was in San Diego, it just wasn't good. Like just my grandma came out in '84, and I'm familiar with. There's no part of San Diego I'm not familiar with. And she came out here, and it was just war. It was war on us blacks. Not to get into that or the years that thus proceeded. It's to know that we survived that act. We were battling. Music has been a part of me since '94. First independent label was 1994 Black Box Entertainment with Amari, shout out. Cutthroat, which is Tony Thurston, which is a producer now, and everyone's pursuing their things in the pursuit I had back then. God, I believe, life, universe, put things that even if we have in our minds to do, split it. So when it comes back to you, you have to know what to do. You have to know how to pursue the truth of your journey, even knowing that you may not succeed it. That is to give. And that's where being black and in business, like I said, you know, kind of like something finally rose, or not per se, because I know you've been here for a while, and congratulations. That's why I said, like, to land me is kind of, I'm really a personal person, like, so congratulations to you and your conduct. Because other than that, I'm just doing what I do. What inspired that award show is just seeing, like, people like you, you know what I mean? It's just about those who are out here not looking for, they're not looking for awards, they're not looking for gratification, but they know about it.
And this man is being extremely humble. I'm talking about we had CJ in the building of Wrong
Yeah,
Kind Records. We had a Big June got the Legacy Award. This man is being extremely humble. The award show was off the Richter. And
I listened to Mitchie Slick. I've been listening to Mitchie Slick all my life. I've been listening to Big June all my life. I grew up when Big June was actually getting his break in back where we stayed in Hamilton and University and Home Avenue. He was in the back there where
that's right.
Yeah. And everybody loved him. Everybody loved him, I believe, because you're going through the struggle back with that.
Absolutely.
And in the struggle, someone was able to make you feel not good about it. Don't get it construed. People keep getting it construed. It's not to feel good about it. Someone found a way to express it that didn't end up in murder. Someone found a way to express it without having to pull out a weapon. Someone found a way to express it that happened to somehow encourage another.
And that's right. And that's just on the point right there, because business is warfare.
Come on.
You have to be able to express yourself with your business belt and your business acumen. You have to whoop them professionally. So I definitely hear what you're saying. And just to go back on the young black in the business part, you know, young is a state of mind. And the color black encompasses and absorbs all the colors in the spectrum.
Huge.
And the definition of business is the volume of trade. So not only are we trading riches and gems and information, we're trading wealth internally.
Because it is wealth from nature, which is your birthright.
Absolutely. We all have gold in our soul. We was born with a destiny. And just to share with you all, the new black mecca in San Diego is the young black in the business.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, that's why actions. I can't word it because you get so many different approaches, but you can't. You just like the wind and the seasons. Some only fall under the weather, but some get sick. We got to keep the medicine in demand, and it's medicine.
Keep the medicine in demand. This brother, M1 Curtis McNiel, is dropping jewelry. So at this time, I want to just share with you and give you your young black in the business power pen. So when you making your next power moves, you planning your next annual gala event, it's power in the pen and it's power in every stroke. So I wanted to share with you Young Black in the Business pen, and thank you for your excellence.
Thank you.
My wife enjoyed at the event this Saturday. Some of the top talent was in San Diego. I want to give a shout out to what's the brother's name? Don Elway. I like his style.
Come on, and
He
that's what I'm about to
performed-
say. Cause look, it's
That
like, but
brother-
look, I hear you saying him. I'm trying
Oh,
to
it's
plug. That's
yeah,
what I'm about to say.
yeah.
I'm trying to plug. My thing is not to go out to clubs. You can't. That's what with being black. You
Yeah.
can't just use your words.
That was just one of many.
That's
but I
about
hear
to
what you're
say.
saying,
Yeah, you have to somehow to get the exposure, they call it, of all these artists that been doing it for years. He's been doing it for years. Everyone that was in my house has been doing it for. How can
Right.
I nominate? How can I award
Right.
all of them?
Give them that recognition.
So recognition is how I started, and then that came how what I'm really looking to get started. The Lyceum, the sports arena. We need a place, not a venue. We have obviously we see the material. The material is the venue. We need a place, and getting a place, then everything is structured. Even the times which I look to have where the artist is expected 9:15. I need you there. It just
absolutely.
my home
absolutely.
is me keeping it going on until something breaks. But that's how much I love it that I afford. Yeah,
Absolutely.
So that's what you're saying. You're saying the
Yeah,
level.
but I just want to shout out to all the artists.
Yeah.
But but all the artists, like you said, they've been doing it for a while. And I was saying I'm gonna give a shout out to One Way. Don Elway was
Come
doing
on.
his thing. Nino California was in the building as well. Did it? And I'm just shouting out those that I could just remember that just doing an impact because the
Impression.
income gonna come. Just like what
Impression.
you doing. You making a positive impact and the income is gonna come. And out of one of my favorite artists that just had the energy, the stage presence, and had a positive message in their lyrics was that boy Adisa Randall, the Gas Man.
There you go, boom.
You know what I mean?
That was my first
Yeah,
break with him
I
in
gotta give a
years.
shout to
I've
the
been trying
Gas
to get
Man.
him. I've been trying to get him, and that's what it means to be what I am.
Yeah.
Even if they deny me, I still keep on now.
And it goes back to the word of the week, commitment.
Yeah, commitment. I
You have a
committed to-
commitment.
even if he's experienced many, or the artist per se, let's get out of that into the artist.
And any artist.
Experience many things where the next person to come to so-called promise or to declare that there's someone or something for them to bring, that it's when they're ready. You can't force.
Oh, right.
Oh,
with
my
the talent, with the art, with the master.
You
Right.
happen to come when it made its crescent, like kind of like that. Yeah.
Beautiful. And for those out there that have their Young Black in the Business pen,
Yeah, thank you.
I want to just I want to just give you all a new word. That was just formulated by talking to M1 Curtis McNiel. It's respectanize.
Nice. I like
We're
that.
gonna respect and we're gonna recognize each other. So hey brother, I respectanize you.
Look at that.
Respectanize. And I'm your host, Roosevelt Williams III. This is the Young Black in the Business Show. The word of the week is commitment, and the law of success for this week is commitment to excellence.
Yeah, because not faltering, no default, no hindrance, continuance.
Excellence is continuance.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
continue.
And I just admire what you're doing, my man.
Thank you,
know
and you
what I
showed
mean?
me
It
that,
was
and
beautiful.
I respect that. Not before the event, but you already proven it. You
Yes,
proven it.
I respectanize.
Yeah, there you go.
Truly, and the Young Black in the Business is the new Black Mecca here in San Diego. So get excited and
Yeah.
get involved. And what we mean by get involved is we'll see you at the next annual
Come on, yes.
H Code Gala.
I'm looking to just to kind of throw it in because I'm getting so many, San Diego Music Awards has yet to begin. I'm looking to connect with any artist. That's why I have, in respects to CEOs, producers, engineers that give these artists their road. I need them. I can't do it myself. That's why I have yet to do it. The H Code Awards is aside from music. If anyone wants to know, it's aside from music what they're doing in the community in respects to the business, which equates to work. So the work is a substitute for hustle that you're getting over. The work.
This brother's profound,
There you
ladies
go.
and gentlemen.
Yeah,
This brother's
the work.
profound.
The work is business. Yeah, business.
Man, I want you to rub some of this on your hands and tell me what you feel. You know what I mean? Go ahead. That's my new product, that rose velvet skin softener right there.
Nice.
And as we talk,
Okay.
we'll just dive into it because I see that you working hard on your business, on your craft, and sometimes you may need a treat for your hands and your feet.
There you go, yeah.
You gotta treat yourself.
I agree.
That's the first law of the universe is a self preservation. So we out there working, but don't forget about yourself.
Look, that's what I believe is the sickness of all. Done.
Business.
Yeah. Sickness of all. Forgetting yourself. Thus, they say the moles got their blindness for not utilizing their eyeness.
Profound. This gentleman dropping some jewels. Okay, I hope you pick him up. Hope you got your young black in the business pen because he just dropping jewelry. Dropping jewelry.
Thanks for recording it. That's what it means. I don't need to keep repeating it. I need to get back to my work. You know what I mean? I need to keep. So that's why I took this. I even had messages following the event. Confusion. Am I looking to take over this and that? No, I need you. This is my bat call, my Batman call. That's why it's the symbol with the target, but I'm in front of the target. So no, it hasn't been struck. We can strike it together.
Yes. We're not in position.
Oh, look at that. Boom. Yeah,
we're not in. You like that rose velvet? See, everything is velvet. Everything is velvet in 2018 and beyond. Everything is velvet.
I felt that.
You feel okay? And I just want to say, I just want to reiterate, we're not in a position to compete with each other. We're in a position to dominate with each other.
Black Business 101. We all are each charged with our own responsibility to be king. Survey, and if you need subjects, not to manipulate, but to know that if it's a male, thus to insert, it's going to multiply and fruit and seed. Thus, we don't need it to be no more darkness where we bump in our heads.
Absolutely.
Period.
We sharing light.
Come on.
We're sharing light. We have to stop jumping over dollars, chasing dimes. We're not in a position to compete with each other. We fighting over breadcrumbs, what we did in the past, but now we see the bread truck. We're working together. That's why we had to be there and support. I see you. I'll be there again. So, can you please tell us what is your 100-year plan for H Code? Your vision.
Yeah.
Visionary.
My 100-year plan is what's going on. To see my actions multiply, to know that my actions haven't, and till today, meaning since I've been in business and respects, divide. The United States to me means it's a figurative state. So and that's why the flesh is weak. They only constituted to a president that's outside of me. And it's a uniting force that allows us to be. So when you divide, you can't get the fullness of the vitamin C if it's stopped half between. That's all. We have to fulfill, and that's what I understood now, the fire meaning. It can refer to a dream where you're dreaming. Like I hear people say they know they're dreaming, but in their dream they still get scared. See?
So on a 100-year plan, man, how we
to get
eliminate
recognized,
fear.
To have radio shows to accommodate those who are not here to absorb awards, ceremonies, religions, figures, numbers, to just do the work that's here, to be a part of the difference that allows them to adhere. Kind of like that. The 100-year plan is what's going on. So each step allows us to fuse. So with the Black in Business, everyone plays their part. The outlet, we need that. So you don't just, like what you said, jumping over this you wait, be patient. You be patient because it's coming. The 100-year plan is in place. If we're spiritual and if we're agreeing on that, and I see you, I hear you. If you're saying you're blank, then you know what I'm speaking of is unwritten, which is, we look for that nod. We look for that, come on, we look for that. We look for things that you already know what to do kind of thing. The 100-year plan is like, you know what to do. If you're in this position, you know where to.
That's why I recommend that all of us, okay, the young Black in the business nation,
you know what to
have a watch on their wrist so they can know what time it is, and they can know what to do next. Just because we Black, we don't lack.
No,
we already have it built inside of us. It's in our DNA. Just because we're Black, we don't lack.
Yes.
Okay, and we got the light inside of us.
So the 100-year plan is to reproduce the goodness, and to see if we can change. If it meant for us to have a president, which is today, then raise up. My 100-year plan is to get back to what God, our families, what are you aspiring them to be, to pursue that in reality? Not harming another. The 100-year plan is to reproduce that attribute I have, I feel. I spend my money on the respects of that, not to gain anything. That's why I haven't received no awards. How am I giving them? So I give them because the award in itself was to be able to be. I found out just to be able to see the individuals that are out here and not take every dainty or everything that comes my way and see who I feel not deserve. I'm not putting myself as judge. But those who respect, I feel at least, if not me, which is what I'm trying to do, you know, with the music and the business, honoring and hosting, or whether it's a community event where they may be on a little stage and they're used to this. They're used to observatories. They're used to opening up for this, but they're paying for that. With me, I'm paying. I'm the one paying his dollar until we connect in an investment. I look for you to just be the man you are to be. That's it. Yeah.
A lot of times, it's not about your ability, it's about your availability. Just showing up, okay? Just showing up. And I just wanted to give you a shout out, man. You brought together a lot of strong talent in the city. Was at this event in support, and all of them had positive things to say about you and the family and the McNiel name, and just about
triumph, struggle. That's why I say no struggle, no bubble. My history is made known here through various entities, but I'm here. There can't be a garden, there can't be a community event, that there can't be a nothing. I have aunties and uncles that have been a part of police brutality. So don't mind me for not being public concerning anyone's or mine, but I'm really trying to handle it in these courts and faculties.
Grown man business. Grown man business right there, man. You know what I mean? I respect the nice and tell you the truth.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Oh man, we great. We great, and we're actually superseding expectations.
There you go. Boom.
Absolutely.
Now you understand the originality of all things, even if it,
Oh, absolutely. And so, what you gonna bring us on January 27th at the Mixer? You know what I mean? Nice. You got a little bit about your performance, a little bit about what can we expect from M1?
You can expect number one. I stopped cussing since 1999. It was a vow I made to my grandma in 1999 before she passed away, and that's why grandma had it right today.
That's right.
Black in that business.
Yes,
boy,
sir.
You better get yourself to. Boy, you better be ready.
Yes, sir.
So you're gonna get some good music. You're gonna get some good music. I want to open it up with what it means for freedom. San Diego is where I look to bring my understanding of a whole conglomerate or whatever that anyone thinks of life, music, and business, or the reason we even sing. You know what I mean? Like, do our thing. So the music is thus under what we speak of today. Is I don't have a twofold reality. I have a twofold consequence. One where it was equated to where I had to either accept or reject. I accepted it, went through it, and was like, oh shit, I woke up on the other side, excuse my French, or English. Here I am, and I know it. Grandma had it all right, so here I am with things that I laid down in templates because that's the only thing you respect.
And that's a testimony there, you know what I mean? As he just shout out his grandmother, shared with him the 100-year plan, and he's actually living it, and he's here living it. And, you know, in the show, he said that he can speak about the freedom part, and you need to be there, you know what I mean? Be able to shake his hand.
And being black and in business, that's what it means to be black and in business, to equate to Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, not one of how we dividing. Come on.
And that's what I share with my peers. I ask them, when I hear them being chatty-patty, sort of say, I say, do you know how to kill a lion? They say, how do you kill a lion? The only way you can kill a lion is with another lion. That's why they put Tupac and Biggie against each other. They put Malcolm and Martin against each other. You know what I mean? Marcus Garvey versus Gandhi. They try to kill lions with another lion. No, we're not in a position to compete with each other no more. We're in a position to dominate with each other. At the Young Black in the Business Mixer, that's going to be a business potluck.
I want to compliment you.
And we're going to, and don't bring no food. We're going to take care of all the food, but bring your business cards. Bring your resumes. You know, do your diligence.
I plan to bring magazines. That's why the interview failed after the awards, not previously. You get what I mean? In respects to talking to you and the last time we met.
Absolutely.
I created what was a year a year in development. So that's why I was so smooth. You was able to attend and see my groove.
Absolutely.
But the experience is why. I did 3 years in running a club legally. I didn't just have one security. I had to hire a team, traffic control. I need Roosevelt to park in between. I need, yeah.
So, what goes into all that? We're coming down to our last 5 minutes, so we're gonna have a question and answer point. But I also want to know what goes into running a club. What goes into making a magazine your brainchild? What goes into what are some of your successful habits?
My successful habits are no matter if the artist family show, no matter if it's the artist son, baby, mama, grandma, auntie, don't get caught up in those who feel that's nothing. Somehow or way we have to penetrate this vague falsity, and that's what I'm here to bring. The club and what provided my success is that it wasn't in accordance or in contract to the mainstream. I went to a personal club where everyone claims to know, and it was corner of Southeast and South Bay per se. We were running a warehouse at that point. Me and my wife, Roxanne Delaqueen, actually 1,700 square feet times 3. And took over that business in respects. That's another story. And this club was 2 blocks against and adjacent to this particular warehouse. So I would leave the warehouse to go to the club. I would go from the club at 12:01 to work in the warehouse. So what is the success behind running that? It's not having it all you bring. Having it as where you can actually display talents. That's why I showcased. That's why I did release parties. When they see my crowd like how you sing per se, so at a business, when they harassing or when they're not giving me specials on drinks and we're not doing that, there was consequences. And my consequences aren't a debate and going back and forth. It's something that's cemented, plastered, bricked, like pyramids. Yeah.
Integrity. Your integrity got to be cemented. You got to stay strong on your values and your principles.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's hard being black in respects to that because you get everything in, like I said, these numbers and what happened in this country wasn't too long ago. So I commend you, and that's what I plan to be a part of. If there's people involved in the community, that's what swings me to bring my money. If you got your own money, then yeah, let's do whatever, okay, just as long as it's towards that. But I've denied those who, when it gets to fact. Yeah.
Profound. I told you, I hope y'all taking copious notes with your young black in the business.
Got it.
This brother is dropping the jury box all over the place.
Thank you for having me. Seriously, you really did come after, and that's who I look for. Like, I pursue my artists. People didn't even know why they were getting awards. It's not a music award. I really see people as human beings first, but I couldn't escape the God reality.
Oh, there you go.
I call it God reality. The skin I'm encased in.
Well, I mean, it was all energy. You know what I mean? When I wake up in the morning, I always see H. Cole handling grown man business, giving inspiration, being that lighthouse, so to say. Guiding many ships. Encouraging.
I'm taking my position in the fold. I'm taking my position in the fold. This is me standing in my position in the fold. Yeah.
Doing grown man business, inspiring others. You know what I mean? Stop crying.
Come on. Get
up, handle your business. Grown man business. N1. Curtis McNiel in the building. He gonna be at the Power Networking Mixer. Come shake his hand. Come network. Come see how you can get involved.
That's it. Come on. We still alive. 2 feet, 2 hands. Come.
So yeah, absolutely. So give us some of your handles, so so the viewers and the listeners will be able to contact you.
Definitely. Once again, in respects to Facebook, I'm under Curtis McNiel, which is my official name, and I had it since the beginning to enter the business world, so it could be a simple way of contacting the entities I run. I'm not a jack of all trades. Never aspired, never could, and never be. But I handle multiple things. Curtis M1 McNiel is Instagram. hcopresents.com. I have a website that I have yet to really encourage because I see the work that's needed out here in the field. So for me to lead a field to house myself and what I got going on, to me is sort of like a sellout. So I put and I pay my dues to keep my website going thus far, to have my contacts, at least if someone come and actually aspire to just know something, they can contact and get in touch with me. But it was until I reached a connection with another brother and another brother and another sister and another that I plan on uploading and then continuing the website. So this is that beacon, and I appreciate you. 2018, that's what it's for. Curtis M1 McNiel, hcopresents.com. You'll find me.
You find him. He's not hard to find, okay? And you better catch him now, because in a moment he's M1. He's gonna be on that G6, find all across the world. You know what I mean? So you got to get him
right
where
here,
you can
making
right now.
myself ever available.
Absolutely, here in San Diego. So this is the last minute of the Young Black in the Business show, and I just want to thank you again. Yeah. And we look forward to just doing networking with you, and just seeing what an H Code has in store for the future. And we support you. Young Black in Business supports H Code and all your future endeavors. So get excited, get connected, most importantly, get involved. We'll see you at the next Power Networking Mixer. That's going to be on Saturday, January 27th. Come and see Mr. Curtis McNiel, M1, and come shake his hand and make a new friend. Bring your business cards. Look at Section C in the San Diego Union Tribune. That is the business section. We are the new Black Mecca, Young Black in Business. So get excited, get connected, and get involved. Here we start with a commitment, we deliver with quality, and we're always going to finish with success, because we are Young Black in the Business. The word for the week is commitment, and the law of success for this week is commit to excellence. And we got M1 Curtis McNiel in the house. And get excited, get connected, and get involved. We'll see you Saturday, January 27th. All right, Facebook. Here at Young Black in the Business, we are restoring the color, the culture, and the consciousness. We believe that our network is our network. Connecting young black entrepreneurs in San Diego and across the nation is pivotal for our economic growth. When they see us, we're gonna be wise, we're gonna be beautiful, and we're gonna be strong. And that's all they ever gonna see when they see us. And that's Young Black and in Business.